Thanks for clicking. Here's how you make 300k. Now, Salsa family, and welcome back to another college football ultimate team video. Before we get this one started, on the screen right here is a $10 PlayStation gift card. If you would like to win $10 tomorrow, it is simple. Just scroll down and hit that red subscribe button. I give you free money at the start of every video so that one person gets a free pack on me every single day. Now, for the first time in college football ultimate team history, we're actually scrolling to the sets as a feasible way of making coins. Go on over to your brand new Mainstays collection token pack right here, and I'm telling you, this one's got life. It can be done profitably. Now, the way this set works is relatively simple. You pick up 12 tokens throughout the course of the program, exchange them in here to get a 300,000 coin quick sell reward. And for me personally, I already got 3 of the 12 tokens done, and I actually made coins while getting those 3 tokens, which is perfect because if I make coins every single time I get one of these tokens, well, eventually I'm getting that 300,000 coin reward. It's going to take a couple of weeks, but boys, this set right here is better than any other collection set in the game. Now, reason being is because of the fact that the Mainstays program is a significantly smaller promo. So when I'm going through and I'm doing these champion sets or I'm doing these hero sets, which are the sets that give me tokens, I don't need to put in 6 cards, 8 cards, 10 cards. It's just 2. Like this Mainstays champion set right here, this requires 287 overall players instead of the 6 cards that are required in the standout program. Sniping 6 champions, that is a lot harder than just sniping 2. So because of the fact that this program is so much smaller, there's absolutely life to go through and do these sets and do them easily. For me, it took me maybe 10 to 15 minutes of sniping. I did the hero set, the elite set, and the champion set. You need to go through and do each of those sets one time. Then when EA Sports drops week 2, you'll do all the sets again, week 3 and week 4, and then you get your 300k. And I know this sounds like a grind. It sounds like you're waiting way too long before you go through and get these players, but I'm telling you, it was 20 minutes of sniping. Here's how I did it. To get cut 26 coins for the cheapest price on the internet, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link in the description and use the promo code SWIFT to save an additional 8% on your order. Now, there's 2 different ways you guys can go through and snipe these players. Number 1, which might just be the easiest way possible, is going through and just clicking X on the set and then clicking X on the player. Because if I hadn't done this set quite yet, I could click X on the Stanton Clark, it would automatically take me to the auction block and I could see if there's a snipe. Now, what is considered a snipe? Well, we're not necessarily sniping to make coins, so we don't need to find absolutely insane deals on this. All we're looking for is we are looking for 10% less than the card sells for on the auction block, and I do actually have 3 very important tips you need to know when it comes to sniping. But first things first, just looking at prices right here, as you guys can see, if I were to just quickly take a look on this filter, it looks like right now the Bray Hubbard is about 140k, so I would try and find that card as a snipe for about like 130, and then Stanton Clark, I would assume I can sell for about 140k as well, so I'd be looking to snipe that card for about 132. In terms of how you're finding these deals, you're simply refreshing on this filter. This Bray Hubbard right here at 130, that would probably work. I could sell that card off and make my coins back. And I just want to show you guys this really quickly in here. You can actually sometimes make coins when you find these snipes as well. These are the exact players I bought. Bray Hubbard at 118, Stanton Clark at 125. I sold the cards back at 140. The Bray Hubbard legitimately made me coins, and the Stanton Clark probably made me a little too. Now, one very important thing to note, when you're going through and you're doing these sets, you gotta finish them immediately after starting. What I mean by that is don't go through and buy a Stanton Clark card, put him in the set, and then wait till tomorrow before you buy the Bray Hubbard. Reason being is prices can fluctuate. So you're gonna want to ensure that when you find your snipe, that card is still a snipe. If you wait 5, 6, 7 hours, prices can change to the point that when you bought a card at 125k and that was considered a snipe, well, that might no longer be a snipe. So you want to go through and get these sets done pretty quickly after you buy your first card. Now, again, that's not all 3 sets. That's just talking about each individual set. For the 87s, you just need to buy 2 players. For the 85s, it's 4 cards, which is not bad at all. It's a Connor Tollinson, it's a Langston Patterson, the Caden Curry right here, and then there's also one other card if we scroll down a little bit. It's the guard, who's a little bit more expensive in Walter Parks. Now, in terms of finding your snipes on the 84 to 85 overall filter, go by all offense and go by all defense. That is absolutely the way to do it. These cards were selling for about 60k yesterday. They're still going for about the exact same price right now. So essentially what you're looking for is about 55,000 coins per player, which I'm telling you, very, very doable. Very doable. And that's going to ensure that you're going through and you're breaking even on your sets. Let me show you a couple of my deals really quickly, because man, I did not find it super difficult to find my deals. As you guys can see on the screen right here, either on this refresh or the next one, we find an insane deal, 45,000 coins for Langston Patterson. That makes us like 15k a profit. So realistically, you can make coins as you get these tokens, or if say for example, you find that card, you're like, okay, I'm going to take 15k a profit. Well, then what you can do after that is you can just buy these cards basically at market price, lose a couple of coins on the other ones and be totally fine. But Caden Curry at 56, this would probably work, to be honest. Then finally for the 83s, you're doing the exact same thing. Like I said, you can either filter through the set if you want to, or you can just buy these cards straight up. 24k would work for this player, the 83s are very easy to snipe because if I buy at 24k and I sell at 26, I make my coins back. So even though this feels like no gap right here between these two cards, that's actually enough to buy this card, sell them back, and make your coin. Now, a couple important things to note as you are going through and buying these players, I would recommend you get these sets done as quickly as possible right after the new content comes out, because realistically, in the first or second day after a new program drop comes out in this game, that is when there's the most volume of these cards getting posted on the auction block. That is when people are rolling packs. That's when people are pulling these cards, and we need people to be pulling these cards. There's just going to be the most amount of snipes posted up right at the start. So if possible, I'm going to do these completion sets on day one after a new section of this program comes out in the game. For me, like I said, I made coins when I went through and did the first sets, which is amazing. If we do that again, that'll be absolutely wonderful. Now, another very important thing to note, when you are selling players off, it is a necessity. You are selling for the most expensive of their recent sales. I will go through and just show you an example of this really quickly. Let's see if we can find a somewhat decent deal. If not, I'll just buy the first card I see so I can show you this. Okay, I just bought this card at 25k for the sake of the video. As you guys can see, when you are selling a player off, it is a necessity. You sell them for the most recent of their sales. As you guys can see, he sold 0 minutes ago at 28.9k. He is obviously going to sell at that price again. Why would the card not sell that price again? If he sold 0 minutes ago at that number, he will sell again within the next hour. And that is simply critical information to know. As you can see in the background, we're actually going to buy a card at 16.9 right here, an insane snipe. This card would go into that set, and the way these sets work, when you put all the players in, you get them all back in return. Obviously, finding this card at 16k, this is a profitable card. Instead of going through and selling the card right now, essentially what I'm doing is I'm sniping, but instead of just selling the card back immediately, I'm putting them in the set and selling them off after that. It's basically like making coins while sniping, except you also eventually get the completion set done, which makes you another 300k. That is insane. Now, additionally, just in terms of numbers really quickly, I know this might sound like it's something that's not worth doing, but in essence, we get 300k for doing 12 of these sets done. If I just do the math on that really quickly, that means you are making 25,000 coins per set. You're basically getting 25,000 coins for doing each of the completion sets. Now, obviously that 25k, it's not hitting your account right now, but in theory, that is how many coins you are technically earning, because you're getting a piece of that 300,000 coins. I'm getting a 12th of that 300k every single time I do one of these sets. So even if you want to overpay a little bit on these players, you got 25k of wiggle room for all these sets. Now, for me personally, I made coins while doing these. I found Bray Hubbard at a great deal. Stan Quan Clark, I probably made a little coins off of, and the same thing kind of happened with all the other sets. But if you find yourself in a spot where you're just not finding these deals really quickly, you can cave if you'd like to, because like I said, A, there'll be more snipes down the line that can make you your coins back and kind of offset that, or B, you actually are making 25k technically for every single set. So if I wanted to, I could lose like 5k per card on these 83s, and I'd still be in a fine spot to make profit. I'll keep you guys up to date with my sniping and my journey on these collection packs. If you would like to stay up to date, hit that red subscribe button, and until next time, I'm out. Love y'all. See ya. Peace.